I am making the Koda bag from Huff and Cuffs. It's a free bag pattern, so you can, I'll put a link to where you can pick it up if you want to try it. But right now I just cut my zippers to length. I'm not going to give you none of the sizes, but I'm showing you the fabric that I might be using. And this is kind of like a mermaid, but it does the green interest ink. I can't say it. But, and I also got the handmade to match. But I'm going to use black. I'm going to use teal. And I think I might use this. I'm not real sure. So let me show you how I put my zipper pulls on. Or let me show you how I attempt to put my zipper pulls on. They're not always easy. I think one of the next things I'm going to get will be one of them things you mount on the side there to put your zippers on, zipper pulls on. And let's see if I can get this. Come on. Now these are size 5 zipper pulls. And as you can see, I am not always the best at doing it. Come on. Oh, you know what's happening? I always try to put them in like you would zip up your zipper. And the zipper pulls go, you put them on the top. Oh, I need to burn my zippers. Stop them. And I always forget that. You start with the top of your zipper, not the bottom. And you get them in that way. So let's see if I can get him going. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Come on, come on. I got it. A little crooked, but there you go. So what you do is the top, not the bottom. They don't fit that way. Once I start making bags more, I'll remember. Oh, then I'll see that one went on real smooth. Yep, that one went on real smooth. I'm going to take this off and try it again. Ooh, probably shouldn't have tried it with it no zipper at all. Well, we'll see. So you need something to hold your zipper pull. So I'm going to order me one of them. One of them zipper holders. Oh, there, I got it. All right. I think this is the ideal way you want to keep it going, so you have it zipped at both ends. But there's my zippers. Here's an accent piece, maybe an accent piece, and the main piece is going to be black. Here's my lining. My lining is black with this kind of a green and blue. I don't know, I thought that went, but I'm going to use that. So I'm going to get it cut out, and I'll show you once I get it cut out, and we'll work on this together using my new Juki 1181. I want to just share, I probably already shared, but a couple weeks ago I bought this Pelon 101 cotton interfacing that you use for bags, and I'm going to use it for my lining in my pocket. But this was originally $69 for 10 yards. I got it for $14. There must have been a 40% coupon or a doorbuster, but I was shocked when I got it. Boy, was I excited. So, because you use that for your lining interfacings. So I got my linings cut out. I got my zipper tabs put on. Well, not sewed on, just put on. I got my hardware here. My label I'm going to put on the inside. my front pieces and then my back pieces. So that's about all I'm going to do today. I'm going to pick this video up tomorrow and start fresh. It's pretty late, so I don't want to spend all night down here. When you get tired, you start making mistakes. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Happy Vlogmas, everybody. I'm not sure of the day of Vlogmas because it's all starting to blur together. But thanks for stopping in. My name is Sherry and this is Granny's Sewing Room. And what we're going to work on today is the Koda bag from Huff and Cuff's pattern. It's a free pattern. I will put a link in the description box down below. And I am going to just walk you through some of the steps so you can see me working with my new Juki. I haven't worked with it very much, so I'm kind of new to it. And I'm just going to show you bits and pieces of me making the bag. And I'm determined to get this done today because I have other plans for tomorrow. And so let's get started. I'm going to show you how I wind the bobbin because I need a bobbin wound. And thread my machine. I'm not going to show you how to thread the machine, but if you want to see that, I will do that at another time. But I'm going to show you how I wind my bobbin, only because I'm the one that put all this on. I had to drill 2 holes down there and add this onto it, and I'm kind of proud of myself. So I want you to see my bobbin working that I put together. Hey, has anyone told you you're special today? If not, let me be the first, because you are in God's eyes. And I want to thank all of you guys for watching me every day. You guys are so kind and sweet, and all your sweet comments just warms my heart. So thank you very much. And also, hit that thumbs up, not 2 thumbs, hit that thumbs up and like my video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my video, and hit that bell to be notified so when I put up new content, you can see it. Also, share my videos. I would appreciate that. So, kind of excited, you know. I monetize now, but they keep telling me they're sending me a PIN number. I haven't received a PIN number, so I don't know if I have a payment coming or not. But remember, I said my first payment from YouTube is going to get a Bible for someone that is in prison. So, if anybody can help me about how I get my PIN number, what it looks like. They keep saying they mailed it to me, and I am not finding no PIN number in the mail. So, but won't that be exciting? And I'll share that with you if I do get a payment, and who I send it to in prison, or just show you the Bible before I mail. Well, I don't think I can have the Bible here. I have to send it straight through the manufacturer to the person that's in prison, because we aren't allowed to send packages. So, but I'll share that with you when it does happen. Okay, I'm going to get busy winding this bobbin and show you some of the steps. I'm going to do a practice piece before I start sewing on the bag. Let me first show you all the fabric that I'm using. I kind of started the bag yesterday after yesterday's video, and I spent the better of half the day looking for the hardware I just purchased from the Indu, I think it's Arduin, I don't know. I'm terrible. I really need to write a list of where I buy things so I can share it with you. But I think it was the Indu company. But this is one of the, it's a iridescent, it kind of rainbowy color. But I thought that would be cute, and here's a rainbowy zipper. And I showed you yesterday how I put the zipper pulls on. You always put them from the top and slide them down. I forget sometimes and always try to put them from the bottom. That don't work. But I'm using turquoise on black, and then this is going to be the bottom part of it. So I don't know if you can see it. Am I holding it up good? I hope that's going to be a cute purse. So that's the front part with the zipper. Put the zipper with it. And then the lining, this is what I picked out for lining. It's got some green and stuff in it. The only thing, I'm going to hack this pattern a little bit, steer off, and I want an inside pocket. It has an outside pocket on the front, but I'm going to get me a pocket to go inside the bag. I always like pockets on the inside. And then I'm going to put this tag in there because this is a gift for somebody, and I want to make sure I got love on it. Make sure it says with love in every thread. So I kind of want to, and it matches this. So yeah. Okay. So that is the bag. I'm going to use black thread. I would use turquoise probably if I had it, but I don't have it. So a little at a time. Bag making is expensive. So, okay, let me get the machine over here and I'll show you how I'm doing things. Okay, I'm going to try to do this one-handed, so forgive me if I don't get you in. I got to thread it up here, and you know I'm not going to see that thread. Okay, we go through that little hole, down and around, and I'm going to set you down. Okay, and then after you get it from up there, there's a little hole. You put it through that hole around the tension disc. Make sure it's in there pretty tight. And then Steve, where I bought the machine, I watched his video. He said just put it in a hole up here, the bobbin. This is the bobbin. Put it in a hole and pull it. And I'm going to set the bobbin. Oh, did you see that? So I threaded it from behind into that hole, brought it down, put it in this hole and around the tension disc, up on top, and put it in the hole of the bobbin, and I press that. But you need to make sure you lift the presser foot up and you unthread your machine. So I'm going to be using black, so I'm going to just unthread my machine. Maybe. That should come out pretty good. I've been having a little tension problems, and I really think it has something to do with the quality of thread I'm buying. All right. Let's hold this and go. And I guess the faster you go, the better. Isn't that amazing? And I put this part on all by myself. And it's done. And I put the bar here, whatever that's called. Okay, there's a bobbin. Okay, now this is just a testing to make sure my tension's good. And let's see, I want to do 1/8 of an inch. Let's go backwards. Let's make sure I raise this up until the needle goes up. Okay, do you guys see my stickers? I guess you can tell who I watch. Lauren! I hope you seen that. Alright, let's see. Can you see that? Okay. It's not bad. I can live with that. Alright, let's do 1/4 of an inch. I bought this plate from Steve, and he just has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I really don't understand this plate. So I need to call him. And that's 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to see if that is. Yes, pretty accurate. And that is an 1/8. I'm happy with that. I'm going to start sewing. Now the first thing she tells you to do is stitch this shut. So let's see if I can get that stitch shut. I really don't think I need to. It didn't. There's a learning curve with this machine. Let's see if I can hold this shut like this. And she said stitch 1/4 of an inch. The 2 is the 4th. Oh, I need a little thing to catch my threads. Somewhere to throw all my thread in. And then she says bend this over and stitch it 1/4 again. Now how would I know the 4th? I guess I don't. So this is the first step, to do the kind of nesting on the bottom. All right, let's do this one. Sew it 1/4. Yeah, this is going to take a little getting used to. And it's up. Okay, I have this one done. So I'm going to move on to the inside zipper, and I will come back with my next step. I am going to sew the bottom pieces together on front and back, because I'm splitting up my design into 3. And this, she said to do at 1/2 inch. Ooh, now see, I don't know what 1/2 inch is on here. So now I gotta figure that out. That's not good. 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch, I guess, is the 4. Then the other one must be 3/8. But I'm gonna measure to make sure. There is no presser. Half inch. Okay, so I'm sewing these 2 down. Scary. Up, clip. And then we're going to fold this up toward the leather. And, oh, my needle isn't up. Okay. And stitch this. I don't know if I need to back stitch or not. Now the key is to have your stitching straight. And mine wasn't. Doggone it. But it's not going to be noticeable because it's black on black. So that one's done. I will set that aside and I will do the back side and let you see me do that. You probably don't want to see me do all this. And this is going to be a 1/2 inch as well. I feel so special, like I'm a bag maker. Aren't we funny? Oh, no, 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 no. I already goofed up. No, she said she sewed these as a 1/2 inch. All right, I know once I start doing this, I will get better. It's just starting. Now this is the first bag I'm making on my machine. Much better, much better. Okay, so that's the back of it. Ooh, that's gonna be pretty. Now I'm gonna shut the camera off and get my next step set up. All right, the next step is to lay your zipper down. This is the front piece. And so we're making the pocket. So we lay the zipper down, face down toward the right side of your front panel. And you want to make sure your zipper goes from left to right. So it should be on the right hand side. So, yeah. All right. So I am going to, that's a pretty good zipper pull. You want to try to make this even. And I'm going to clip that. Clip that. And just start clipping. Can you see me? No, of course not. Hang on. And get it to the edge of the fabric. All right, and then I take my pocket piece and I put my pocket piece, make sure this is 10.5 by 10, so you want to make sure the pocket's going as wide as the purse. And then I'm just going to sew them on. All right, so I have the zipper sandwiched face down to the front of the lining, and then I have the pocket wrong side up sandwiched the zipper. And this is it's a 3/8 seam allowance, and I got the zipper sandwiched in between my front purse and the pocket, and I'm sewing a 3/8 seam. And I'm hoping I'm catching everything and it's lining up. And it's scary taking you along on my first purse with my new machine. Oh, and this is the pocket. And I am going to believe I have to stitch, top stitch now. I would have liked to gotten closer to that zipper, and I can see that it's a little wobbly there. Not much, but it is not as close as I want it to be. So I'm going to look at that and see what I did wrong, and then I will show you when I put the top part of the zipper on. Okay, so I got my zipper on. First time, not too bad. I did take it out because I was trying to sew a 3/8 of an inch. You can't do that. It's got to be a 1/4 of an inch. So already for a scoop up, but that's okay. And now you turn it to the back. You bring your pocket to meet the top edge of the zipper, and you clip that in place. Can you see me? And I'm only going to do one clip. And then I flip it over, and then I take my top panel and I line it up on the edges of the, you want it to line up on the edges the best you can, and then you clip that to the top edge of the zip, making sure you catch the pocket in the back and the lining and the zipper all go together. Now we're going to sew this, so it'll come up like this, and sew that at a 1/4 of an inch, because, and I am going to make sure that zipper is lining up, and I'm going to go slow. And where's my zipper pull? Right there. See, I already see the zipper's not lining up. And I'm going to pull the zipper pull and put it in the back. Continue to make sure I'm lined up. And continue to sew. Now see, this top's going to have black thread on it, so I better learn how to sew straight. So that's going to be the front of my bag. You know what's good about this bag? There's only one template, so one piece of paper you have to print out to make this bag. All of it is just, you cut it just like you would your fabric. So here's the pocket, and here's the front of the bag. All right, let me read the instructions and see where we go from here. But I'm sure I have to sew right here. And I think I'm going to do that. That'll catch that bag. And how far do I want that to go up? Well, that's probably it. Zipper's a little wobbly, but not too bad. Not too bad for the first time on my machine. I am not going to be too hard on myself. And then we probably have to sew the edges up, but I'm going to read my instructions and I will bring you along on the next step. Alright, it calls for an O-ring and an oak tab to put around the O-ring. I don't have an O-ring, but this is an inch. So I'm going to just use this. And she's using webbing. And I'm not using webbing. I'm going to use a black handle. And so there's no instructions or measurements on how big to make this. So she has a video on YouTube. I'm going to go look at that, but I'm making my own, and I think this will fit the 1 inch. I'm hoping it does anyway. Maybe that's too small. Oh yeah, it's probably too small. Alright, I'm going to go watch her video. I'm using the double-sided tape. And it doesn't want to stick. Wonderful. And I'm just going to fold. Well, what's with this? Man, these women make it look so easy when they make bags, don't they? Now I'm going to sew this thing shut. On both sides and fold this over like that, and check my O-ring to make sure it fits it. And it does. In case she wants to hang her keys off, I guess. It's awful big. And I'm doing an 1/8. I keep thinking there's a lever back there to lift up my presser foot. It's all on the knee. Eighth of an inch. Boy, it keeps nesting underneath. My other Juki does that too. And I don't like that. What is causing that? Anybody know? Please share. Okay, so now I'm going to sew this together. I'm guessing on this part. There's no instructions for this part. So this part is purely guessing. Okay, I did as she suggested. I went ahead and sewed my connector onto the zipper. Top edge of the zipper on the right side toward the end of the zipper, opposite end of the zipper pull. And now we're going to level it or even it up on the front panel, and it's about a 1/2 inch on either side. So there's a 1/2 inch, and there's a 1/2 inch. And I think she said you can open it up to make it easier. So I'm going to open it up. And I believe we add the inside pocket, our lining, to this. Okay, that's what it looks like. And I'm going to probably sew this down before I put on lining, because I'm not that good. So once I get this sewed down, then I'll put the lining on. Make sure it's still 1/2 inch. Ooh, not a 1/2 inch. But they're both the same amount. I'm sewing my zipper on before I put the lining on top, just so I can have more control of where my zipper's at. And I'm using a stitch length of 4, it says. So I hope that's a good stitch length. Let's see how it turned out. Well, I guess it looks good. All right, here's my lining. I want to make sure I got the 10.5 going the same way. And then I'm going to just pin this in place and sew it on top of the zipper, so it'll be sandwiched. I think this way I have more control doing it. Probably not good on this vinyl, but it's the way I have to do it. Wow, that just goes through all those layers like butter. And I'm going to move my zipper pull out of the way and keep sewing. I don't need those anymore. Okay, so I got the lining, both zippers added. Now the other lining, I'm going to hack and put a zipper on the inside, because who doesn't like zippers inside their purse? I do. And I think we have to top stitch this now. So I'm going to close my zipper. Yeah, that just makes sense to top stitch. I'm not reading the instructions, but that just makes sense to me. And 1/8 of an inch. Well, I'm going to top stitch right there. Okay, here's what we have so far. Ooh, cute. And now I want to put a handmade here. Yes, that matches the zipper, and I want that right there. Handmade. So I'm going to measure that out, and I'm going to add that, and I will be back. Okay, I am going to put my handmade on here, iridescent handmade. And I need to pick that pocket up so I don't cut my pocket or my lining. And I only want a little hole. And I shove this in the hole. And I flip it to the back. And I don't know. There we go. And I think you spread it out like that. And then they always put tape on it. So let's get some tape. So it doesn't rub through, I guess. How's that look? Oh, pretty. Handmade. All right, so I believe I have to put the back and lining on this. So let me read the instructions and I'll get back with you. I'm going to hack my lining on the inside. I want a pocket on the inside. Oh, I already messed up. So I'm going down 2 inches. And then I'm going down a 1/2 inch. And then let's see. I'm going to make my line or zipper 7 inches. So this is 5 1/2, quarter. There's this. So 7 inches would be 3 1/2 on each side. How am I going to do that? 3 1/2. Okay, now I'm going to get my pocket piece and I'm going to line it, and then I'm going to sew that on top of this. Cut out my pocket. I pinned it to the back. I'm going to have a 7-inch zipper right here. So what I did, I went down like 2 inches, then a 1/2 inch. Probably should have done 3/4 because it's a 3-inch zipper, number 3 zipper. So I can do that. I can change that. And then you're going to sew V's in the corner here. But I think I do want to make this 3/4 instead of a 1/2. So there's a 1/2. Let's go up a 1/4. Yeah, that's where I want to. I want it to be like that instead because it's a smaller zipper. So I'm going to go over to the machine and I'm going to sew a box with the lining or the pocket facing the lining, right sides together. All right, let's see how good I got it. You're never gonna know unless you try, I guess. And you want to try to cut as closest to the corners as possible. So down, 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 and to the corner, and to the corner. Oh, scary. We'll see. So I'm going to go over there and press it, and I'll be back. So I am going to put two-sided tape on my zipper. Because it'll just be much easier for me to sew it in place. I don't know if there's a better place to buy this stuff, because wherever I bought this sure isn't sticking. Yeah, it just doesn't stick. Okay, so I'm going to go stitch around my zipper. And that tape just does not stick. That's pretty sad. If it's old, they should not sell it. Get my zipper pulling here. Okay, I'm going to go sew this. Be back. Okay, I got my zipper sewed in, and I'm just going to cut the extras off on the edges. But if you guys know where to buy zipper tape, double-sided zipper tape that works, please let me know. So now I fold my zipper up, and then I just sew around the edges. Fold the lining out of the way and sew the edges. So I'll go do that, and I will get back with you. So there's my zipper hack. Okay, I got to set that aside and work on the strap. So let me get the measurements, read the instructions, and I'll show you the strap. All right, I'm working on the strap, and I didn't do that well, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, it's got 2 rows of stitching on it, but okay, the strap is done. On to the next step. Okay, she has us sewing the strap onto the zipper and about 1/8 inch of the way from the side seams. And then the next step is to put the back panel on top of this, and we're going to line up the side seams. Make sure the side seams are lined up the best and up with the zipper. So I am going to start checking the sides, and I'm going to clip the sides so I know they're lined up first. I imagine after you do a couple of these, they become much more easier to do. But the first one's always the hardest. All right, so those 2 are together. I am going to go ahead and sew this on, then I will add the lining. Turn it over, and I'm going to put my lining and sew that in place next. Okay, here's what I've got so far. The strap on, the front panel done, the top stitching done, the back's done, the lining's done, with a pocket, Now I have to go print out that template to cut out the darts and sew the darts up, and then I just sew the bag together and I'm done. So once again, here's what it looks like so far. Here's the template for the dart. And what she has you do is just lining them up on both sides. You can draw them, but she says it's just as quick as doing this. So, and then just cut out the corners of each of your bags and then the lining pieces. So now that's what it looks like. So I'm going to do that to all the outside bag and the linings, and then I will show you me sewing a dart up. Okay, so just line them up like that and give them a clip. And go over and sew them. So I'll get all that done and take you over to the machine. I'm sewing them at 1/8 of an inch. She said 1/8 or 1/4, so I'm doing 1/8. And to back stitch at the inside corner. That one done. 2 more to go, and then we assemble the bag. Lots of thread. All right, let me look at it and make sure it's all okay. Cool. Okay, I'm going to set you back up over at the table and assemble, and then we're done. Thank you very much for watching my videos and supporting me. And you guys go out and have a wonderful day. Do something creative, but remember, whatever you do, do it in the name of the Lord, and your blessings will always come back to you. God bless everybody. Bye-bye. Hey, also, don't forget, you're invited to my birthday party. So I'm going to be having a birthday party Friday, my 65th birthday. It's going to be a great bash. So come on and join me for my birthday party Friday when I turn 65. Okay, bye everyone.